Radio. This week's programme is designed to cheer you up. Coming up on the show, we meet Hawford's new head teacher and find out what makes her tick.
We come up with lots of ways to stay cheerful at such a gloomy time of year.
And today's competition will definitely make you laugh. It's hilarious!
Today is called Blue Monday. It's supposedly the most miserable day of the year. But not here at Hawford. Throughout this programme, we'll be sharing our ways of keeping cheerful.
Telling jokes,
Laughing,
going out with fresh air,
playing board games,
being silly,
singing, playing computer games,
and of course, eating chocolate.
Okay, I think we've got the idea.
But first, we've got a special guest on KH Radio this morning. It's Mrs. Phillips, or Mrs. P, who will be our new head teacher next term. We are excited to meet her on Friday and find out what she was like.
What was your personality when you were 10?
Unbelievably now, I was quite shy when I was 10, and at school I think I was not one of the noisy ones in the classroom at all. I was quite sensible and I just got on with things when I was 10.
Did you play an instrument when you were younger?
I played the violin up to grade 5, which was extremely painful for my poor family who had to be around when I was practising.
Also, did you perform anything when you were in school, like music or acting?
I was in Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I played one of the brothers, but we all had white t-shirts with a shortened form of our names on it, and I played Naptali, and I just had Nap on my t-shirt, and I was known for quite a long time after that as Nappy.
Were you sporty at school?
I wasn't very good at any sports with a ball, but I did love to run, so I did athletics, and I was always a really, really keen swimmer, and I swam up to national, international level when I was about 15.
Did you have to train a lot?
I used to train for 4 hours every day, so I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do 2 hours before school, and then after school I'd be back at the pool for probably an hour of weights and another hour of swimming, so it was a lot of training, yes, it took up a lot of my time.
My favourite subject is maths. What's yours?
Well, I do love maths as well, and I come from a long line of mathematicians. My dad teaches maths at Oxford University, and my sister teaches the equivalent of A-level maths over in America. But at the moment, my favourite subject is PHSE, which is a really good one to get everyone talking. And I think when I teach PHSE, I find lots and lots out about the children who are in the lessons, which is always really interesting.
Why did you want to come to King's Hawford?
I fell in love with King's Hawford, first of all on the website and just listening to things like KH Radio and looking at all your YouTube videos. The school I'm at the moment is a really fun and creative place, and we do spend lots of time outdoors. And so I was looking for something which would be similar in ethos, and this place, as I said, I fell in love with it, and the more time I spend here, the happier I am that I got the job.
You are the first female head teacher in about 500 years at King's. How do you feel about this?
I think it is really amazing. I didn't know that actually until after I'd got the job, and Mr. Dudes rang me up to tell me I'd got the job, and he told me that, and I thought, that what a fantastic thing. At the moment I'm teaching at a school with only girls in it, and they thought that was just the best news they'd heard ever. They said, just girl power, Mrs. P, girl power.
Boom, 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 boom.
KH Radio!
So how are you feeling this morning? The middle of January is always a difficult time of year because it's dark, wet and cold, and all the Christmas cheer's worn off.
And on top of that, we've got lockdown 3 and we can't meet friends. So we thought it would be nice to share some of the things which make us more cheerful.
Because I'm happy.
Florence, what makes you feel happy?
What makes me feel happy is reading, because if I've got a really descriptive book, it feels like I've just whizzed off to a different world where nothing's bad and I can forget about all the bad things happening in the world right now.
Charlotte, what makes you feel happy? What makes me feel happy is watching TV, because when I get back home, my gran's lit the fire and I snuggle out next to it with my sister and watching our programme.
Ayrton, what makes you happy?
I quite like going on my quad bike in the woods after the stressful day at school, and I just like going over the twigs and the logs because it's just like really bumpy and really fun. It cheers me up.
Normally, when I'm sad, I go up to my room and I go cuddle my teddies because they always keep me warm, and whenever I talk to them, they're always smiling at me, so it makes me happy because it feels like I've made someone happy. If your best friend was feeling miserable, how would you cheer them up?
I would smile at them so they know that someone's looking after them and wants to be their friend, and I'd also tell them a funny joke. Why did the carrot look down the toilet? Because he wanted to see where the pea went.
If my sister's miserable, I puff out my cheeks and pull my ears while doing cross-eyed, and it makes her giggle a bit, and then she cheers up.
If my friend was feeling down and I couldn't go see them, if I had them on my messages, I'd send them loads and loads and loads and loads of emojis. My favourite emoji is probably the emoji on Gboard, where you can make yourself an emoji and send any emoji you want.
Hey Radio!
It's competition time!
For our competition this week, we want you to guess the mystery laughs. You are about to hear 3 members of staff laughing. All you have to do is guess who they are. You ready? Here's the first one. And here's the second one. And finally, here's the third one.
Can you guess who those 3 laughs belong to? I don't know about you, but just hearing those laughs made me cheer up.
That's it for this week. Thanks to Mrs. Phillips for coming on the show. It was lovely to meet her. Stay cheerful wherever you are and tune in to next week for another edition of KH Radio.
Goodbye!